72 days, no food, no rescue, and a decision so difficult most of us cannot even imagine making it. On October 13, 1972, Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571 carrying a rugby team and their supporters crashed into the Andes Mountains. Of the 45 people on board, 12 died on impact and 5 more died that first night. The survivors, injured, freezing, and stranded at over 3,600 meters, had nothing, no food, no shelter, no way home. Just when the survivors thought things could not get worse, they did. An avalanche buried the fuselage while people were sleeping inside it. Several more died. Those who survived were now trapped under snow, in the dark, in the remains of a plane, with no idea if anyone would ever find them. It is one of the most devastating sequences in the film and one of the hardest to watch. The rescue operation was called off after just 10 days. The world assumed no one could have survived. The survivors heard this on a salvaged radio, that the search was over, that they were officially declared dead. With no food left, they faced the unthinkable, eating the flesh of those who had died in the crash. It was not a decision made quickly. There were long agonizing debates, philosophical, theological, personal, but survival won. And before they died, many gave their own consent, asking the others to use their bodies if needed. Numa Turcati is the heart and soul of this film. He narrates it from the very beginning, a young law student who did not even want to take the trip. His warmth, his gentleness, his care for everyone around him made him impossible not to love. For weeks, Numa resisted eating human flesh. His revulsion was deep and genuine, but as the days turned into weeks and starvation set in, he eventually ate, but he hated it. The restraint combined with the leg wound he sustained during the avalanche slowly destroyed him. His body simply could not hold on. He died on day 60, December 11, the last person to die before rescue came. What makes the film so haunting is that even after his death, his voice continues as the narrator, guiding us through the rest of the story from beyond. One of the most beautiful and heartbreaking storytelling choices in recent cinema. Day 61, the very next day after Numa's death, December 12, Nando, Roberto and Antonio set off to cross the Andes on foot. No proper gear, barely any food, no certainty of direction. 3 days in, Antonio turned back to preserve rations for the others. The other two pushed on alone. 10 brutal days of walking, mountains in every direction, bodies failing, hope almost gone. And then on day 71, they finally found a Chilean man on horseback who got word to the authorities. Rescue helicopters arrived on day 72, December 22. Due to the altitude and weight limits, only 6 survivors could be airlifted out that first day. The remaining 8 were rescued the following day, day 73. 16 people came home alive. Of those 16 survivors, 14 are still alive today. The reunion, when the survivors finally came home, they were barely recognizable. Weeks of starvation, extreme cold and frostbite had left them hollow and frail. The reunion scenes with their families are almost impossible to watch. The relief, the disbelief, the grief all at once. What makes Society of the Snow feel different from every other survival film is its authenticity. Parts of the film were actually shot at the real crash site in the Andes, the Valley of Tears. You feel the scale of those mountains, the isolation, the smallness of the survivors against all of that white. And the 14 survivors who are still alive today were closely involved in the making of the film, sharing their memories, their pain, their stories. That is not just filmmaking, that is honoring. A film that deserved every nomination, Society of the Snow was Spain's entry for Best International Feature Film at the 96th Oscars. It is not an easy watch. It is devastating, beautiful and completely unforgettable. Director J.A. Bayona never sensationalizes, never exploits, just honors. These were real people and this film gives them the dignity they always deserve. That's it for today. Bye bye. Like and subscribe.